Something is moving in the outer solar system. We haven't seen it. We don't know exactly where it is, but something out there is disturbing entire orbits. Not slightly, not randomly, but in a way that looks almost intentional, like fingerprints left behind in the dark. Because far beyond Neptune, where sunlight is weak and space is almost completely silent, astronomers have found icy objects behaving like they're being guided, pulled, tilted, organized. And that's the problem. Nothing we know should be able to do that. So either we are completely misunderstanding the outer solar system, or there is something massive hiding out there that we haven't found yet. If we treat this like an investigation, then the outer solar system is the crime scene. It's a frozen wilderness filled with ancient icy worlds, leftovers from when the planets first formed over 4.5 billion years ago. Most of these objects move in messy, chaotic paths, and that's exactly what astronomers expect. But a small group of them doesn't. Instead of being scattered randomly, their orbits are strangely aligned, almost like arrows pointing in the same direction. That should not happen. Over billions of years, the gravity of the giant planets should have mixed everything up and erased any clear pattern. But somehow, the pattern is still there, which suggests something is actively maintaining it. At first, the simplest explanation was that maybe this is all just a coincidence. Maybe astronomers have only found a small number of distant objects, and maybe the pattern only looks real because telescopes have only searched certain parts of the sky. This is what scientists call observational bias. And to be fair, that is a serious possibility. Science has made mistakes like that before. But the strange thing is, as more of these distant objects were discovered, the pattern didn't disappear. If anything, it started looking even harder to ignore. The next obvious suspect was Neptune. After all, Neptune dominates the outer solar system. For billions of years, it has acted like a gravitational gatekeeper, scattering icy bodies and shaping the region beyond it. So maybe Neptune caused all of this. But there's a major problem. Some of the weirdest objects, including famous ones like Sedna, never come close enough to Neptune for its gravity to explain their bizarre orbits. They live too far away. And that's where the mystery really begins. When known explanations stop working, astronomers are forced to consider unknown ones. And that's where the idea of Planet 9 enters the story. Not a small object like Pluto, not some random icy rock, but a real hidden planet. Something massive enough to reshape the outer solar system over millions of years without us ever directly seeing it. According to the current predictions, this world could be around 5 to 10 times the mass of Earth, making it something like a super-Earth or mini-Neptune. It would move on an enormous stretched-out orbit, tilted compared to the rest of the planets, and it could take somewhere between 10,000 and 20,000 years to complete a single orbit around the sun. That means it would spend most of its life in deep darkness, far from the sunlight that makes planets easier to spot. And that's why, if it exists, we may have missed it for so long. What makes this even more compelling is that the strange alignment of distant objects is only part of the evidence. Astronomers have also found worlds with extremely tilted orbits, objects that move far above and below the flat plane of the solar system, and some that even seem to move in almost the wrong direction. That is not normal. The planets formed from a spinning disk around the young sun, so most objects should orbit in roughly the same plane and direction. When bodies start showing up on these weird, twisted paths, it suggests that something powerful has been disturbing them for a very long time. And when astronomers run simulations of the solar system, something fascinating happens. When Planet 9 is added into the model, these bizarre orbits begin to appear naturally. When it's removed, they usually don't. That doesn't prove Planet 9 is real, but it does make the mystery a lot harder to dismiss. And then there's the most disturbing part of all. If Planet 9 really exists, then this may not just be a story about what happened billions of years ago. It might still be shaping the solar system right now. Some simulations suggest that this hidden world could be continuously nudging icy bodies inward from the deep outer reaches of the solar system, sending them slowly toward the region near Neptune and beyond. In other words, the outer solar system may not be a quiet frozen graveyard at all. It may still be active, with a giant unseen world quietly rearranging the architecture of our planetary system as we speak. That's what makes this idea feel so eerie. It's not just that there might be another planet. It's that this planet could be out there right now, still influencing everything around it while we argue over whether it even exists. So naturally, the question everyone asks is this: if the evidence is so strong, why haven't we found it yet? And the answer is frustratingly simple, because this is not an easy search. We're not looking for a bright, obvious planet like Jupiter or Saturn. We're looking for something extremely far away, incredibly dim, and moving so slowly across the sky that it could easily blend in with countless background stars. On top of that, astronomers don't know exactly where along its giant orbit it would be right now. That means the search area is enormous. It's like trying to find a drifting shadow in an ocean of stars. Even our best telescopes struggle with a target like that. But that is exactly why so many astronomers are excited right now, because a new observatory is about to completely change the game, the Vera C. Rubin Observatory. This isn't just another telescope. It's one of the most advanced sky survey machines ever built, designed to repeatedly scan huge portions of the sky over and over again. And that's exactly what Planet 9 hunting needs, because Planet 9 probably won't reveal itself by brightness. It will reveal itself through motion. Slow, subtle motion over time. Rubin is built to catch that kind of thing, which means for the first time, astronomers may actually have the right tool for the job. If Planet 9 exists and is within reach, Rubin could be the instrument that finally exposes it. Of course, not every astronomer is convinced. Some still argue that the entire Planet 9 mystery could disappear once we gather enough clean data. Others think the strange patterns might be leftovers from the chaotic early days of the solar system, when Neptune and the other giant planets migrated through a disk of icy material and scrambled everything around them. And then there's the most extreme possibility of all. What if the hidden object out there isn't a planet at all, but something far stranger? A few researchers have even suggested the idea of a tiny primordial black hole, an object with the mass of a planet, but so small and dark that it would be almost impossible to detect directly. It sounds insane, and it probably is. But when the evidence becomes strange enough, even wild possibilities start to enter the conversation. So where does all of this leave us? Right now, we have distant objects behaving in ways they shouldn't, orbital patterns that refuse to disappear, simulations that keep pointing towards something massive, and no direct image yet of what that something might be. That's not proof. But it's not nothing either. It's a signal. A hint that the solar system might still be hiding something huge far beyond the planets we grew up learning about. And for the first time in history, we're finally close to having the tools needed to solve the mystery properly. So in the next few years, one of two things will happen. Either Planet 9 will finally be found, and the solar system will gain a new world hiding in its darkest frontier, or one of the most convincing cosmic mysteries of modern astronomy will collapse under better data. But until then, one fact remains impossible to ignore. Out beyond Neptune, in the cold and silent darkness, something is still influencing the solar system, and we still don't know what it is. If you want more insane mysteries like this, subscribe, because space isn't empty, it's just hiding things.